government clearly sets policy. So we need policy not only for grid extension, and we're certainly not opposed to grid extension, that's part of the picture, but the International Energy Agency has recognized that grid extension alone is not going to deliver these energy services to everybody. So we need government policy that helps to support mini-grid and off-grid solutions. It needs to be stable, it needs to be consistent, it needs to be sensible. Second, I think for private sector, when we talk private sector, we're talking everything from a big corporate to a very small-scale community-led business. And I think, it's a recognition of the roles for everybody in those, whether it's delivering and manufacturing solutions, making them available internationally, and certainly I think the global shift towards solar in many countries has helped in terms of developing a much larger manufacturing base for solar that then is now benefiting developing countries. But it's also recognizing that it's not just about the installation of the solution. You have to put a sustainable supply chain in place. That means that the solution set is going to be serviced and maintained for the life of that. And generally speaking, the private sector understands the need for those kinds of supply chains. But there's a very strong role for civil society organizations as well in there. They really understand communities. They know how to articulate and work with communities very closely in terms of what really constitutes sustainability. So I think there's a role for everybody. I think what I'm looking forward to, and having heard a little bit from all of the winners on the international side already yesterday, is that there's no one-size-fits-all solution, that there are different approaches, there are different technologies that are relevant to a particular context, there are different solution sets, but so there are some core themes that are coming out. First of all, access to finance. Whether it's working capital, whether it's consumer capital, is so necessary. I think second is just the role of leaders, really committed, passionate people who are able to just keep persisting and driving forward in their context, in their communities, even when they sometimes are working by themselves, but really driving that change and making it happen. It's that determination, that grit that gets it done. Third, I would say it's really recognizing, again, the role of working with communities, really understanding what your customer wants, which is a basic core tenet of business, but it's something that often people tend to forget in the mix. And then fourth, again, it's really looking at the different areas that we are able to help. It's not just about delivering electricity. It's saving lives of women who are giving birth in a medical clinic because actually the doctors can now see, because there's a solar light that helps them to do their jobs properly. It's children being able to study in the evening because they have a solution by which to do that. It's communities being able to improve their agriculture because they have access to the processing machinery because of a small hydro solution. So there's just many different applications.